So, Deadbird Studio, the entire difficult part of Deadbird Studio is right at the start, and after that we're just using a bunch of really sleek and cool strategies. But before we get to do all those cool strategies, we need to get past the vent. Now the problem with the vent is that it's just barely too high for us to actually reach. We need like a handful more pixels, and as it turns out, if we get into a really weird spot, that's very precise, and sort of just pump our iSet like this by double tapping it, we can randomly get a lot of height. I don't know what makes it work, it just feels fairly random. And I think it only works in a very specific spot around here, but you can just randomly get a tiny bit more height with the initial iSet. I don't know why. But if you do that, you can just randomly make it in. Now I'm gonna speed up the video here because this is gonna take a long time. Now you probably heard me doing something really weird, and what that was is I was trying to tap the button for just one frame. Apparently if you tap the button for just one frame, you go higher. Something that I just found out like 10 seconds ago, but Jesus, that was a long fucking... Oh no, I said fucking, I can't monetize the video on YouTube anymore. Oh no, whatever, who cares. That was a long time. If you're wondering why people are suddenly censoring their swear words on YouTube, that's why. So that wasn't the end of it though, there's some cool stuff happening, and this right here is also a fairly difficult trick, but this one is still pales in difficulty compared to the one before this. So this pipe, it makes it so we cannot do a wall run up here, we can only really grab the edge. However, there's a specific spot at the very, very edge of that entire thing. It's a very specific spot where you can still make it. We kind of need to wedge ourselves into this corner a tiny bit. Nothing too special. Do this, boom, boom, boom. And now we can move fairly normally through the rest of this. There's still some stuff here and there, and the final bits are going to be very interesting as well. Final bits are very interesting of this. But for now, we need to actually just get to the final bits, and to do that, I mean, this area doesn't really have anything interesting in it, as you can see. This guy is pretty blind. Of course, I don't need to mention that. Now this right here is not too simple either. It also needs to be very high up, so that we can actually make it up there. It also needs to be a very specific spot. So this thing has its own share of weird stuff like this. But you know, so you can hold on some of this stuff like this right here. As you mentioned, this stuff on the side, so you can take more than that. Which is the extra, but actually, so in general, I don't know why I don't yeah. Just stuff this is exactly once again. Yeah, go, try to show something off. There we go. So okay, that was the other finicky bit, but after this we're mostly gonna be alright. So now I don't even need sprint hat, I don't even know why I put it on. You can just do that. So now we need to wait a little bit, and at the very end of this we're gonna have to make it past a few of these guys. So I mean, a few of these guys right here. There's gonna be some at the top of this part right here, and it's gonna be a bit weird getting past them because we're supposed to use the A button to jump over some obstacles. Obviously we can't do that, so how do we get around them? We cannot actually get around them any other way, so we're gonna do something completely different. This is the other interesting bit of this entire stage, because there is actually something else that we're doing other than just using this hat a bunch. Didn't quite make it. Yeah, that's bad. This is like so. This is everything these weird ones. I don't think but we well, first I was thinking how they I can't do so. This works so much better in practice. Usually I practice stages before I do them, but for some reason this one just doesn't want to quite do it. There we go. Now this one, wondering how we're gonna do it. Well, that is how we're gonna do it, and yeah, that does work. Now this guy catches you pretty much instantly, so we're gonna have to do something really weird, where we're gonna allow him to go past here. Not quite good enough. Oh my god, in practice, so easy. I don't record this now. You know, what? What? Did he just change his path? He just went into the corner. Oh my god, how am I so bad at this now? Look how fast this guy is. Oh my god. There we go, jeez. Screwdriver Studio, why is everything in this stage so finicky? But it's okay, it's all good, because we just did it in 0A presses. Oh, wait a second. The title of this video down there says it's 1A press, so what's going on? Well, you're about to see what's going on there. Because we're having to deal with the, sadly, the most stupid thing in this. At least for the A button challenge. This right here. Yeah, we can actually press this button without doing the A button. Like, we can press a bunch of other buttons. Cool stuff, yay. Start doesn't do anything. Select, of course, doesn't do anything either. So that's 1A press right there. You know, what can you do? What an adventure. This stage is such an adventure, I have to say. But yay, that works at least.